sitting here making myself nauseous with this ugly food that stinks. So you bust out the door while it's still closed, still sick from the food you ate. And then you run to the store for quick relief from a bottle of KO Pectate. And then you call your friend 2 weeks later to see how he has been. And he says, I understand about the food, babe, but we're still friends. With a hip hop, the hippie to the hip, the hip, hip, the hoppy, you don't stop the rocker to the bang, bang. Nigga say up, jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat. I said, Hank, can you...
Hey, what's up, mi gentes, my panas, my peeps, my peeps, mi gentes, panas. What was the other terms we always use? Compay, all that good stuff, man. Good morning. Today we got a show for you. Hopefully it'll be entertaining, right? Entertaining for you. And yeah, we have a good time. Let's go over here to the other scene. So there we go. Finally. So we have our. There we go. There we go. Today we're gonna talk really good about Bronx excellent. First we're gonna let me not. Let's calm down. Still early in the morning. Let me get my café con leche. That's why I'm probably jamming here. First, we're gonna go over the morning news. What else we're gonna go over? The morning news. We're gonna go over the morning news, the national news, the world news, and then we're gonna cover Bronx excellence, as you see right here. And then we're gonna do some Bronx Ponchicha jokes, and that's it for the day. Thank you for coming and listening to my voice. I'll get better at this. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. You worried about it? No, not really. Not much. All right. So morning news. Let's go over it. All right, morning news. Switch over. Okay. The year in review. All right. The biggest games that came out the industry. What was your favorite biggest game? I don't know. I was hoping a lot more for Indiana Jones. I thought it would be cool. When I looked at the trailer, it looked cool. It looked cool. Uh, I wanted to embrace it. But you know, the whole big thing, right? So I kind of got brainwashed by the anti-feminist online. If it has a woman in there, I double check the game because yeah, when you insert politics into entertainment, it kind of ruins the whole shebang type of thing. Like people don't mind females in their stories, such as like the movie Aliens. Ripley, that was a really good female protagonist. Things like that. That doesn't really bother me so much. Really, it just has to be entertaining. It has to fit the story. It has to fit the narrative. It can't be forced and stuff like that. Like in the Star Wars series, I'm not really into Star Wars, but the Star Wars series where they had the female Jedi who didn't have to train and and got every fight move perfect. Yeah, that and then everybody else had to train. Yeah, you're not. The thing about it is you're not building up the character. That's the thing. You're straight just putting them into the story. No explanation. No nothing. All right. Things like that are reserved for the enemies. You don't know where they're coming from. They just come and attack you. See, because enemies. What are enemies are for? To die fast, right? Right? And that's what it is, pretty much. Okay. And then we have the Switch 2 launches in June. We already know that. Does anybody have the Switch 2? I don't have the Switch 2. I couldn't afford it. Well, I could, but I didn't want to spend 400, 500. Okay, so or let's say the thing is like $400, which I think and it was bundled with Super Mario Kart, which was cool, right? But then they stopped making that bundle, so now you really have to just spend 400, $500 on the damn thing, and there's no game for it. You know, traditionally, consoles always came with a game, right? So, and then Peak takes off in June. The co-op climbing game. Oh yeah, I remember that. I didn't play it too much, but yeah, Microsoft makes massive layoffs. What else is new, man? What else is new? I mean, they beg for. First of all, never mind. That's politics. Well, anyway, first of all, they beg for outside Indian workers, right? And I was like, why it has to be Indian workers? Why can't it be everybody else in the planet? You know what I'm saying? There was a plan, right? They were scamming, right? So they got a bunch of, and then it's a lot of them were programmers, right? So if they were really good, I mean, let them program from India. Why they have to come over here, right? That makes sense to me. You save money on H-1B visas and all that kind of stuff. But this came after, you know, Trump said, "Hey, you got to for every worker here, immigrant who's not a citizen, you got to pay 100,000." And guess what? A massive layoff, right? But I feel bad for everybody else. But Microsoft is just famous for the layoffs every time. Or every time, you know, CEO needs a bonus layoff. You know what I'm saying? And then I had met with Microsoft people a lot of times, and they have like a strict hierarchy. That Asian, yeah, that Asian hierarchy where you can't say nothing, you can't express your opinions, and blah 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 blah. If you know all that basic corporate jive, right? And then you like you can't question. And we're from the Bronx, right? And you tell us what to do, we're like, why we have to do that? You know, why wouldn't we do that? And yeah, that's why we don't have those great jobs, right? But those great jobs are always freaking um um, laying you off. So how great are those jobs? All right. So all right, so the next one, Epic Game Store. Epic Game Store are still dropping some freebie games, right? So if you're not on there, if you're not on Steam or Epic Game Store, picking up those free games or those low cost games, don't complain about the industry being expensive. Because you're supposed to be into what, folks? You're supposed to be into gaming, right? So that's what we're all about, right? Let me see what else. What games do we currently? GameStore is currently giving away Cassette Beast, a well-rated indie game. Let's look at that. Cassette Beast. How does that work? Oh, okay. Nice artwork. 60% off on Steam. That's and free on Epic. So if you don't get it, you could get it here for
It's
60%
time
off.
I tied up some loose ends. Can you help me?
Emo girls. Oh God. With new monsters. All right. Recordable monster wings. And the new DLC wing pack. Is this a cozy game? I don't know. Is it a cozy game? Let's see. I want to see something. Very positive. Oh, it was released a long time ago, 2023. It's a 2-year old game. All right, so I guess it's several genres. Uh, I guess it's several genres. Maybe something new in it. Okay, never mind. Ah. All right, so that's Cozy Game, and then these are free too. Stranded Deep, Moving Out, ideas for free game.
Hello, gamers. We have just revealed the 11th free game out of 17 from the Epic Games Mystery Game giveaway during the Christmas season of 2025. And the 11th game is Cassette Beasts, a game which was not on discount on the Epic Games Store before it became 100% on discount. And in our clue from Bob, our source in the Epic Games Store this morning, he said there will definitely be some purple in the cover. And my goodness, during a live stream, as games that are not currently listed for roguelike rhythm game.
All right. So they got a lot of games for free. Nab them. You got to be there every day. I don't know how they make money. I guess from you coming to the games. I guess probably. All right, let's move on. Okay. We have a new release this week. Star Rapture, co-op based building survival game on a wild planet. Oh, all right. Let's see how that looks like. Let's see, co-op, brand new game. All right. Where is it? Actually, this is Star Rapture. Let's just look for it. Maybe this would be on Steam. Star Rapture, Steam. When was it released? January. Oh, that was a release date. Oh, this is just a trailer.
Congratulations! You've been selected as a participant of the Argos program. You will be sent to the Arcadia 7 planet, a remarkable place to serve your life sentence, with affordable housing.
Oh, okay.
Views,
Better than projects.
with the latest technology, beautiful weather,
Oh God.
and only minor physical work required to lovingly extract, process, and ship
Oh,
all
so-
those shiny, valuable resources.
All right. So it's a manufacturing. It's like a satisfactory, I guess, but you're a prisoner on the planet, and you're stuck gathering all the resources, and you got to build
And there's
manufacturing.
nasty, dangerous, quick, swarmy, and jumpy alien creatures, driven by the need to feed on our cutting-edge technology. No worries, though. We'll arm you with ranged weapons, hand grenades, and autonomous turrets. Because nothing says, stay away from my precious factory, better than a fully loaded...
Oh, so it's like also inspired by let's say what's that movie that I like? I like the book. The movie kind of sucks. It didn't put in the robots from the book. Starship Troopers, yeah, Starship Troopers, right? Kind of reminds you of that. The other trailer, maybe this one is more fun a little bit. Okay, manufacturing is cool. It's cool for the manufacturing geeks out there. That's cool. Okay, most of the trailer is in-game play, which is cool too. All right, January 2026. All right, so we got that to looking forward. We got that to look forward to. If you're into manufacturing games and stuff like that. I liked it. I like Satisfactory, which is still there. Man, I get addicted to it and I stay there forever, man. I should do a thing right there. All right, let's go to local news. The local news. All right, Bronx Times dropped their 10 most read stories of the year. Why are we doing this? Because we're about to be in a new year. It's December 30th, so what you expect? Okay, let's see. Building. So they talk about the migrant shelter process. We'll look at it. 2025 year in review. The Bronx Times tops most read stories of 2025. Investigation find paraprofessionals falsified timesheets while helping to transport 3 Bronx special needs student. Okay, so I guess they falsified it for what? Okay. Oh, they're calling out by names. Robert Brown. Carla Alvarez were found by the SCI. They got a S. Oh my God, they got F. Whatever. Back in 2022, to have forged the timesheets while performing duties for 3 teenage students. All right, located in Co-op City. The policy, which gives free advocacy and legal service for low-income families with children with disabilities. Levine told the Bronx Times that cases like these are part of the wider issue. Yeah, I guess. In fact, last year, more than 300 students with disabilities were waiting for the DOE to assign the required paraprofessional they needed to ride the bus in violation of their legal rights, she said. The city must take steps to ensure that it can recruit and retain paraprofessionals needed for students with disabilities to ride the bus safely and ensure the students can get to school on time every time. All right. Yeah, I guess people are finding out that yeah, well, you know, a lot of people in government jobs or in civil service jobs, sadly take do a lot of corruption. Yeah, it's just too easy. All right, so moving on, we got protesters rally outside Bronx courthouse against Whole Truth proposed changes to discovery reform law. Yeah, the 3 Bronx Catholic schools to close amid financial struggles and declining enrollment. Let's see. Yeah, it's St. Raymond's in there. The last ever school year for the long-standing Bronx Catholic institution, All Hallows High School, established in 1909. Sacred Heart in Highbridge, 1926, and the Immaculate Conception School in Melrose, 1854. Wow. Wow. Things are just bad all over, man. Just wow. All right. Long time. Okay, that's number 7. Long-time Army veteran fired from Bronx VA on the Trump federal workforce cuts. Okay. And then South Bronx students going from Highbridge to Harvard. All right. Oh, cool. Good for her. Finally. Yo, she has to stay by herself, man. Those places are relentless. Relentless. They're just sometimes your wish comes true and it ain't all good for you. But hopefully, all the luck to her. All right, next one. Okay, in the latest news, tragedy at Highbridge. 30-year-old mom Shashamani Thompson stabbed to death in a neighborhood dispute over a dog. 2 charged for it. Ah man, why you gotta get over that? Over a dog. See what's going on. Commercials.
Feel differently. And when I started wearing Warby
How old is 2 minutes for the ad?
Clicked.
Oh, 17 seconds.
All of
17.
a sudden, he's reading
All right. So I got a story this morning. Last night, my daughter's 12 years old. So last night, her tummy hurt. My tummy hurt. My tummy hurt, Dad. My tummy hurt. Right? And so I buy Midol and I give it to my wife and I said, leave it in the purse in case of an emergency. And here's another one. And on top of this, don't move it from here. We got it. Guess what? My wife loses it. Right? And I'm like really pissed off. Okay. My tummy hurt, Dad. My tummy hurt. My wife is trying to find the Midol, right? She couldn't find the Midol. So so what I did was I got some Alka-Seltzer. I kind of figured it was just bloating. Um I made her drink it. She didn't want to drink the Alka-Seltzer. I was like, drink it, drink it. She drank the Alka-Seltzer. I guess she let go of the gas a little bit and then she went straight to bed. Out like a light. And I'm like, that's your job as a dad. That's your whole job as a dad. Ask why your wife loses stuff and all this. Just keep peace in the house. Because, boy, when my daughter has that time of the month, she is just crabby. Oh, my God. Crabby, 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 crabby. You couldn't get it. You can't do nothing with her around. You have to, like, get her. I have to get her chocolate to calm down. I got to get her Alka-Seltzer and Midol and all this stuff. Oh, my God.
And now to the Bronx.
All right, back to the news.
Dispute among neighbors escalated into deadly violence over the weekend.
Prosecutors charged a man and a woman with murder after a 30-year-old woman was stabbed to death Saturday night in High Bridge. It was a gruesome scene. Police say one of the suspects held the victim against her will as the other suspect fatally stabbed her in the
Oh
face
my
and
God.
abdomen.
Eyewitness News reporter Darla Miles is in High Bridge with the chilling details. Darla?
Sade and Joe, this is a very chilling and complicated story that we've been covering today, that we've been investigating. We have learned that from court this afternoon that 30-year-old Shishamani Thompson actually identified her killer when police arrived here on the scene. Investigators say that 24-year-old Beyonce Johnson stabbed her in the stomach and in the eye while the boyfriend held the victim back, and one neighbor told us they used to be friends. Monday afternoon, NYPD detectives and investigators from CSU are seen carrying large bags of evidence from this 7-story building on Ogden Avenue in the High Bridge section of the Bronx. Police stationed on the 6th floor, the scene of a grisly stabbing between two neighbors Saturday night.
I was home with my girlfriend, and I heard yelling, a lot of yelling. I heard somebody screaming, "Help me!" I think it happened in the elevator.
Another neighbor telling Eyewitness News off camera that she heard commotion in the elevator, went into the hallway to a bloody scene. 30-year-old Shishamani Thompson bleeding profusely, who later died at Lincoln Hospital. That neighbor also telling Eyewitness News that 24-year-old Beyonce Johnson and her boyfriend, 21-year-old Soleil Cisse, who have both been charged with murder and manslaughter, were inside the elevator.
I heard a girl
I
yelling.
mean, what goes through people's heads? What are they thinking? You're not gonna go to jail or something? I guess they like jail.
But I heard them fighting. And I heard her screaming for help.
But some neighbors say the victim was often confrontational. But they also say she was seen every day taking her son to school, a dedicated mother.
Like a couple of times, I observed like.
Yes, that's Bronx people's confrontational, yeah.
Was always arguing in front of the building. A couple of times I heard like they were calling, like trying to call the cops before in the past.
Now, this afternoon, 21-year-old Soleil Cisse was held without bail, arraigned in Bronx criminal court this afternoon. As far as 24-year-old Beyonce Johnson, she is still in a hospital recovering from her injuries stemming from this incident. She has not yet been arraigned. Reporting live in the High Bridge.
Okay. Wow, man. That's just wow. All right, the next one we have a 15-year-old boy. I think we talked about this before. I think that let's see what is going on with that. I think they don't know what's happening. They're not knowing the charges or stuff like that. Oh wait, we can't. All right, so a 15-year-old boy was killed in a stairwell. Another teen injured. Community shooting in Easter Gardens. Let me see. Let's see. That was 2 days ago. Yeah, we talked about that 2 days ago. Oh God, another commercial. But let's see. Alton Avenue, yeah, nothing new on it. It's just the same as before. No arrest has been made. The hopes will deter people from pulling the trigger. All right. Yeah, you got a bunch of young people with guns. What do you expect? You know, nobody taught them how to use the guns. Nobody taught them how how to safely handle guns. So that stuff is gonna happen. So yeah, like I said before, we have a cultural history of guns, and it ain't gonna go away. All right, national news. We have a winter storm aftermath. Everybody knows, and a tornado damage in Midwest. Yeah, snow in New York City. Let's look at it. A blizzard, consistent snows, holiday travel, tornadoes, leave damage. I know there was a big cancellation of people's flights. I forgot from where. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff is deterrent when you want to travel. I really don't like to travel in the holiday season because it's just yeah, wow, these things are lasting much longer than before these ads. Okay, let's go. Midwest storm. Oh. And this was yesterday, December 29th. Wow, poor people's houses. You gotta pay a lot. Yo, houses, those roofs be costing $30,000 to $50,000, bro. Not lying to you. Yep, $30,000 to $50,000 a roof. And oftentimes you have to pay for housing insurance, or and a lot of times they won't give you to you. They won't give you the money that you need. Weird, right? Well, it ain't weird. It's called greed. Okay, other headlines: Kennedy Center drama with cancellation of Trump's renaming National Guard to New Orleans for New Year's security. Well, I mean, the New Orleans is kind of it is kind of dangerous, man. You saw that what was it? That British MMA guy. Um, he went to New Orleans or something like that, and then out of nowhere, this thug was going around hitting people. He punched him in the face. The kid broke his arm. Not punched him in the face. That's how hard that guy was. And the guy was like, "Okay, I'll let you go at it," because he didn't want to get arrested. But he challenged him to an MMA fight, online, everything. He even said, "I'm gonna pay you some certain thousand. I think maybe like 5,000, $2,000, $5,000." The kid said no. I thought he was all thugged out, but yeah, New Orleans, it ain't really safe, man. I mean, I know it's a lot of fun and all that, but you gotta be careful on that one. Okay, new world news. China still trying to plan to attack Taiwan. The rest of the world is just saying, hurry up and do it if you're gonna do it. Oh man, I got a paywall. I gotta fix this. Okay, so let's go. China's that's the justice drills with live fire. So China's shooting is drilling over the Taiwan's waters. I think it's like only about 90 miles or something in between them. Um, yeah, so yeah, I mean, the rest of the world saying, you're gonna do it, do it. Just hurry up and fucking do it, right? Then Russia accused Ukraine of drone attack attempt on Putin's residence, denied by the Kiev. Tensions derailing peace talks. All right, another. If you're gonna do it, just do it. I mean, they are doing it. Like, who figured the Eastern Europeans to be violent? Yeah, no, nobody ever figured that. Just go to the Bronx and Pelham Bay, and they have the Albanian section. Them motherfuckers are always violent, bro. You think? All right, and then we have a clash in Turkey. 3 police and 6 ISIS militants killed in gunfight. Okay, this all right. Flash over Islamic. Hopefully, there's another paywall. Fuck. All right. So I don't know if it's worth. We'll look at it. Let me see. I don't know if it's worth looking at it. Have anything? Oh, it wasn't.
Police raided the property in the small village of Elmalik, about an hour and a half's drive from Istanbul, in the early hours of
14 hours ago. Okay.
They said it was a sensitive operation because they knew there were women and children inside the house. After a siege lasting about 8 hours, during which witnesses heard sporadic gunfire around the house, Turkey's Interior Minister said 6 men inside, all Turkish citizens, were killed. He said those inside had also shot dead 3 policemen and wounded 8 other officers. He said 5 women and 6 children from inside the house had been safely evacuated.
6 terrorists were killed in the ensuing shootout. These terrorists were Turkish citizens. Our fallen officers laid down their lives for the peace and security of our noble nation. They are our heroes who attained martyrdom while carrying out their duty.
Turkish police have raided more than 100 properties around the country and arrested around 140 people suspected of belonging to the Islamic State group. They say they believe the group was planning to carry out attacks on New Year's Eve celebrations around Turkey, particularly targeting non-Muslims.
Bunch of Grinches. They don't like Christmas. Hey, there was one time I have a story, right? So I came out the Navy, right? And then I went to New York, of course, to visit my family, my moms, and all that, right? So then I got a job at Mount Sinai, right? There was a lot of people of a lot of people of different religions and stuff like that. But people was complaining about Christmas. Why the hell are you complaining about Christmas? And then they were like actually getting violent. Um, they wanted to get. They were talking shit because like, where are you? I'm saying I'm a veteran. I just came out the veteran. You know, you American soldiers ain't no good. Blah blah. This. I'm like, yo man, fuck you, bro. If it wasn't for us keeping you free, making money, you wouldn't even be here making money. You know what I'm saying? So they'll cut us some slack, man. You know, and there were people who they pretended like in front of everybody. They pretend to like veterans. Everybody. But when they get you one on one, they talk mad shit, bro. There were a couple times. It was a couple times it got heated, and we I had to wrestle it out. I just used Muay Thai clinching. That's all I did, just katu and all that stuff. They just their eyes glare up. They can't believe somebody can do that. Yeah. So that I'm like, that's what you get, man. All right. So our next segment is Bronx excellence, man. All right, let's go. All right. Well, yesterday we shout out Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. They were the pioneers of turntable. And the message that they put out was social inequalities and issues on the map. Right? They made it up there. But then we discussed people took that message and reverted it to like, I mean, uh, they twisted it to be, how can I say, gated community slop. And no term I could come up with, gated community slop. And then we have and then we have the Beastie Boys, which is another issue. I know they're big, but I don't care. Whatever. We'll talk about that issue later, right? But today let's do a deep dive on the legendary Bronx crew, the Cold Crush Brothers. All right. Okay, so I wrote it down. Formed in the late 1970s, right here in the South Bronx, the Boogie Down Bronx, right? The Cold Crush Brothers, Grandmaster Cass, JDL, the Almighty KG, the DJ Tony Tone. Oh, I always heard about that. He was always on the radio. AD and Charlie Chase were the they were the kings of live MC battles and party rocking. Party rock. Don't stop. Yeah. They weren't just rappers. They were showmen who turned up hip hop shows into theatrical events with routines, harmonies, and crowd hype that blew minds. That is true. That is most definitely true. I remember everybody was always raving about them and all that stuff like that, and it was a lot of fun. I remember I forgot the name of that pool. There was a pool right next to Yankee Stadium, right? And every summer, right, the everybody would not a lot of people, everybody would jump into the pool at nighttime, right? When the pool was closed, right? We weren't supposed to be there, but we was having a good time. We'd do chicken fights and all that stuff like that, and people would bring their boom, the blasters, and they're always blasting that music. And we was having a good time until the cops come over and fuck up everybody, and then we had to go home. And then the other pool that we should go to was right over the bridge to Washington Heights, and there was a pool right there, right over the bridge. I forgot the name of that pool. Jesus, I don't know if those pools are still there. Let me see if they're still there. We had a great time on those things. Okay, Yankee Stadium pool. Is it still there? Yeah. Okay. Reverend T. Winder Foster Park and Recreational Center. Foster Pool. Okay, temporarily closed. All right. I know they were closed for the winter or something like that, but we had a great time there. I just wanted to bring that up. All right. So, Grandmaster Cass, which is Casanova Fly, also known as that, is a Bronx icon. He wrote rhymes that ended up in Sugar Hill's Gang's Rapper Delight, the first big rap hit. So I love that song, Rapper's Delight. Okay, so
Can you hit me too? The shooby-doo. I said, come on, make the people move. I go toot the hoses and ring the bell because I am the man with
all right. So he wrote that, but he never got credit. But until later on, then he got credit. Cold Crush battled and beat crews like Fantastic Five, influencing everybody from Run DMC to Beastie Boys. Their tapes circulated underground, keeping real Bronx flavor alive before records dominated. Okay, I have another story. All right, so my wife had a restaurant over here in Lemoore in California, right, Central Valley. So one day I flew back home to go visit her because I was working in Mount Sinai, and the kid that was taking the bags, right, he says, "Hey, where you from?" I said, "From the Bronx." He says, I don't know that place. I don't know that place. He pretended to say he don't know what the Bronx is. I said, the home of hip hop. Oh yeah, but we made it better. Fresno did? Fresno made the hip hop better? What are you out of your mind or something? But yeah, that's people talk shit. You got, and I'm like, listen, I've never been into music that much. I've been more of a chasing my goals type of guy. But yeah, you're full of shit. The kid did not like that. But I was afraid that he would mess up my bag or something like that. All right. They represented that raw, competitive Bronx Energy Park clubs, no studio polish needed. Cold Crush proved that the Bronx was the birthplace of MC mastery, paving the way for lyricists like Big Daddy Kane, I like that guy, and Rakim. We're going to cover these guys later on, but I don't want to just do rap all the time. We have to do other stuff, so we'll veer back and forth. All right? Even today, Cass does hip-hop tours. Cool. Educating on our roots, from block parties at 63rd Park to global influence. Cold Crush Brothers showed the world the Bronx hustle turns into legends. Boogie Down Forever, that's for sure. Boogie Down Forever. And then historical overviews. All right. Okay, so they have a listing of Bronx rappers. Big Pun is number 1. Unparalleled flow, unmatched wordplay. KRS-One is number 2. I like that guy. He has a huge nose though. Oh, sorry, I got to cut. So here goes the listing. All right. Big Pun is number 1. KRS-One is number 2. Then Slick Rick. Yeah, I remember Slick Rick back in the day. Grandmaster Flash is number 4. Inspector Deck is number 5. The Boogie with the Hoodie. Fat Joe, number 7. Mary J. Blige. Yeah, Mary J. is really, really good. Lil TJ, Cardi B. Yeah, she does have that. It goes overboard every once in a while, but she went overboard with that freaking plastic surgery, bro. She looked pretty before. She didn't need anything. Curtis Blow and all these cool guys, right? So let's see. Let's talk about him a little bit more. I want to talk about him a little bit more. So fast recap: Curtis Blow. Check these iconic shots. They dropped one of the earliest punk rock rap. Yeah, I think they bring a lot of pride to the Bronx. I really appreciate them growing up, what they did, and this, that's it. So, all right, next to the Bronx joke and Bonchinche style. All right, so Bonchinche, right? The latest Bonchinche was Manuel went to Florida, right? And he said he missed the Bronx, right? And so what people did he missed the Bronx really, really bad. He wished he could go back, but he didn't have anything. He already invested in moving to the Bronx, right? So what they did was they broke his car window, stole the radio, and left a note. Hope this makes you feel at home. I thought that was pretty funny. Yeah, it will make you feel at home. Although, you know what else would it make me feel? You have to pay for parking. Because there's no parking. Oh, and you have to move your car every what is it? Every other day. We have to switch over to the other side. All right. And what else is there?
You don't own your car. The city does. You just rent it out, and it comes out through tickets. Yeah. And the other one was when the crackheads decide they need money, so they go around stealing people's side rear view mirrors, right? And then you find your mirror in a junkyard. You have to pay for it. They take it out. What was it? And you know it's yours because the serial number's the same. Even if you show it to the junkyard dealer, they don't give a fuck, bro. They got those dogs and all that. They got guns. And you report them, the cops don't do nothing. So what you do is you do it the Bronx style. You wait until the guys close up the junkyard and you just jump them from behind. Okay. What's the other one? Why did they say without it sounds like a disease. Yeah. Why can't you say the Bronx without saying the Bronx? The Bronx. Because saying without it would be like a disease. You gotta say it. The Bronx. I wonder why. It's just the Bronx. You don't say Bronx. I'm going to Manhattan, right? I'm going to Staten Island. I'm going to Queens. I'm going to Brooklyn. I'm going to the Bronx. You see what I'm saying? It just rolls off the tongue. You don't say I'm going to Bronx. That really doesn't make any sense, right? I'm going to Bronx. To Bronx. I'm going to the Bronx, right? And you say I'm going to the Manhattan. That don't make no sense, right? You see how that doesn't make any sense, right? So I'm just saying it's just yeah. All right. Okay, what's the difference between the Bronx and a roller coaster? This is a silly one. You scream on the flat parts too. Yeah, whatever. Hey, if you're watching, don't forget to follow, subscribe, all that good stuff, and chat it up on the chat rooms. But I don't see nobody on the chat rooms today. But that's cool. We keep it live. All right. So that's all we got for today. Mi gente, mi pana, my peeps, my brothers, my coolios, all that stuff like that. Right? Thanks for coming up. And as you can tell, I woke up with the coffee. And I'll see you guys later. All right? Bye. Let me do the splash screen here before I forget. Where is it? My splash screen. There we go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good time, everybody. Have a happy new year. Be safe. All right? Don't drive drunk. All that good stuff. All right? Because we need to see you do tomorrow. All right? Tomorrow.